was a Harvard researcher called David Sinclair. Now, David's belief is that aging is a preventable disease. And he says that we all have this disease in our families, but his work is focusing on finding a cure to this illness that we all have. Now, I know that this is very controversial, and honestly, for me personally, I'm not even sure that this is desirable. What I am sure about, though, is that the topic of aging has gotten a lot of attention thanks to this episode. And why is that important to us? Then we need to understand, what is ZinoGene and why should I take ZinoGene? And in order to answer this, we need to understand the two main things that the product is designed for. Firstly, we want to get rid of the old degraded cells in the body. And we do so by using compounds called Senolytics. And these reduce the amount of the bad degraded cells. Then we want to get in with the new, properly working cells. And here we use compounds that support cell division, as well as the transportation of cells, so that we can get these new cells to take the old bad cells' place. What we here aim at is to get a fully functional cellular environment. And one product cannot do this. We still need a holistic view or standpoint towards our health. But ZinoGene is a new tool in this kit and the key component to get this functional cellular environment. So by taking the product, we aim at supporting a normal aging process and not the excelled aging process we see signs of in today's society. And we want to promote our body's own ability to repair and restoration. And how we do this is then with all natural tested ingredients in a new powerful combination that has never been put together before. So, these degraded cells, if we dig a little deeper, they are also called senescent cells, and they are dysfunctional. At the end of a cell's lifespan, a normal cell commits suicide. It's called apoptosis, controlled cell death. However, these senescent cells, or zombie cells that some call them, our friend Paul, for example, they have failed to do so. So as we age, we accumulate more and more of these senescent cells, and this is bad. And it is so because they use up scarce resources in the body without contributing to the function that they are supposed to do. And it's not just that they do not help out. By lingering around, they are in fact degrading the function they are supposed to help. The positive thing is that the rate that we are accumulating senescent cells are affected by the food we eat. So recommendation is to keep sticking to your health protocol. To, from the beginning, keep the senescent cells as low as possible in the body, and then we top up with ZinoGene, as we will see. The second mechanism that we need to understand in order to understand ZinoGene, it's stem cells. And as we all know, our body is made up of a lot of different cells. Most cells in the body are specialized. And they are specialized to perform particular functions, such as we have red blood cells that transport oxygen around our bodies. Stem cells, on the other hand, they are designed to replace these specialized cells that are damaged or lost. And they have two main properties that enable them to do this. Firstly, they can divide over and over and over again to produce more stem cells. And as they divide, they can change into other types of cells that make up the body. The worrying part for us is that as we grow older, not only do we accumulate more of these senescent cells, but our body also becomes less effective at using stem cells. And this is where ZinoGene comes in. The product is designed to remove these old degraded cells using natural compounds called Senolytics. And Senolytics are called Senolytics because their ability to specifically target senescent cells and remove those and leave the healthy cells to stay there. Ideally, once we've gotten rid of these old degraded cells, we want to replace them. And we do that by using compounds that support cell division, as well as a special compound with non-stick properties. And this latter compound is called fucoidan. And they help stem cells to enter the circulation of the body so that they can get to where they need to be. What are then these natural senolytics? Well, first of all, we have curcumine. And curcumine is part of the curcuminoids of the turmeric that gives it its bright yellow color. And this compound has a lot of different health benefits, where our focus is on the senolytic properties. The problem historically has been that our bodies have a hard time to absorb curcumine. And that is why it's quite exciting that we have gotten HydroCurc. And HydroCurc uses a patented technology where we transform curcumine from a fat-soluble to water-soluble, which then enables our body to absorb the curcumine in a way that has never been possible before. We then use piperin, and the trademark name of piperin is biopirin. Piperin is extracted from black pepper, which is known for its high concentration of antioxidants. The true magic of piperin in the ZinoGene products is its ability to actively aid the absorption of curcumin. So that not only do we use HydroCurc for better bioavailability, we then also incorporate piperin to enhance that bioavailability even further. We then use quercetin, and quercetin is a natural pigment that belongs to the group of polyphenols called flavonoids. And as with curcumin, quercetin has a lot of different health benefits. And for us, again, we use it for senolytic properties. As you see on the slide here, we get our quercetin from the pagoda tree and onion, which further enhances or shows our determination to use all natural products wherever possible. Lastly, for the senolytics is visitin. And this is another pigment found in fruits, this time in, for example, apple, grapes, and strawberries. And it's also a flavonoid. And our visitin is taken from the smoke tree as well as from strawberries. That is the fruit containing the highest amount of visitin. Why do we then use so many different types of senolytics? Well, it's because these are the most potent senolytics, natural senolytics we could find. And senolytics works best in combination with each other. So that's why it's so important to have all of these different ones. How do we then release the new cells into the body and take the place where the senolytics has cleansed? Well, we start off with fucoidans. And this non-stick compound that's been touched on before is kind of like a natural version of Teflon. And you find these ones in seaweed, and now specifically from a very exclusive, effective brown seaweed extract. They help to release the stem cells from the bone marrow in our body into the circulation of the body, so they can get to where they need to be. And because of their non-stick properties, they also reduce the amount of plaque on our teeth, because fucodons make it hard for bacteria to stick. We then use zinc, and zinc is the second most abundant mineral in our body, next to iron. We use it to protect these new cells from oxidative stress, but also to make sure that our cells properly divide, and when they divide, that the DNA is copied properly. And the last compound in ZinoGene is vitamin C. And we get our vitamin C from the acerola berry, so naturally sourced, as opposed to where most other uses the synthetic version, ascorbic acid. And vitamin C is incorporated because it's a very potent antioxidant. Summing up, all ingredients are well known, well tested, but what we have done here is to create a new synergistic combination of these active compounds. And to get rid of the cells, the Senolytics are curcumine, piperin, curin, visitin, and then for the new cells, we have fucoidans together with zinc and vitamin C. Getting back to where we started, why should I take ZinoGene? Since Hilde touched on it before, repetition is the mother of all learning. So why should I take ZinoGene? I should take ZinoGene because I want to get rid of my old degraded cells. And I want to get new, properly working cells to take their place. I want to aim at a fully functional cellular environment where ZinoGene works to support my normal aging process and not the excel process which is designed for in today's society. And we want to promote our body's own ability to repair and restoration, so that we can age in a healthy way and have a lot of healthy years in front of us. As we've seen, we do this with all natural tested ingredients in a new powerful combination. And it's because of this combination why I have decided to take ZinoGene, and I hope and I urge you to do this as well. In the product, we have 30 tablets in a package. The recommended daily dosage is 1 tablet per day. And I'm sure we will talk a little bit about this afterwards, but in essence, 1 tablet per day is a good dosage. What we would do for optimal results is that we recommend to start the regimen by doing a spring clean. And that is to take 4 tablets for 2 weeks. And the aim is to spike these compounds in our blood plasma. And we do so by making sure that we take all 4 tablets at the same time.